Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King, and today's the day. It's finally happened. This mystery package that I've been teasing for a long time now finally arrived. It's here. It's been lost in the mail for a while, and this is a big mystery, not just to you, but to me, and I'm going to explain everything about it right now before I open it up, and we'll find out together what I've got here. So I've been teasing this for a while that I got a big purchase for the Grail book, and the ironic part, and I'm fully aware of the irony of this, is that the Grail involved is not even my Grail because it's a book that I have very mixed feelings about and certainly wouldn't want to pay a lot of money for if I had the option not to. It's Secret Hearts 83, which, as I talked about in my Roy Lichtenstein video, is the big romance comic in terms of Roy Lichtenstein swipe, because the opening splash page to the issue is the image that he took his famous Drowning Girl painting from. The original is by Tony Abruzzo. I did a whole video on this, and it's frustrating that I have to pay a lot of money for this comic, because this is something that while I have some interest in it as a former art student, I certainly feel the injustice of the Lichtenstein situation. I don't want to pay money for it, but it's a very expensive issue, and as a completist, I need it in my collection, and so I managed to get an issue that hopefully was a good deal. Now, the reason I say hopefully is that it was in a lot. It was not listed as being Secret Hearts 83, but I saw in the picture that there was a copy of Secret Hearts 83. It was one of these blurry pictures. There were no details given, no grades given, just this blurry image of a bunch of beat up old back issues. I could tell a couple of the other ones that were in better focus were really beat up. This one the image wasn't easy to tell. It looked like a lower grade, but solid. But I really honestly have no idea what condition it's in. But I got hopefully a really good deal on it. There were actually two lots running at the same exact time, ending just a few hours apart from each other, that both had a Secret Hearts 83 in it. And one of them was listed as a lot of issues of Secret Hearts. As far as I can tell, none of the other ones have any Lichtenstein art in them. That lot had 6 issues of Secret Hearts, including a low-grade 83. Looked from the pictures like it might be around a 3, and that lot sold for $539, which is crazy. Way more than I thought. I thought that was going to go for between $3 and $350. $539. But at the same time as the lot that I got, it didn't list Secret Hearts in the title or in the description, and because of that, a lot of people didn't see it on their searches. I saw the picture, I knew what it was, and so I got this lot, which was 9 romance comics, random romance comics, including Secret Hearts 83, for $138. I ended up buying a second lot. Here's the funny part, I guess. I bought a second lot of romance comics, 3 more issues from the same dealer for $17 more, and that one actually has a book that I'm much more personally interested in that I've been looking for quite a while. I've never seen a copy come up for sale. So it's funny that one of the cheap throw-in issues is the one that I really want, and the big Grail that everyone's fighting over is the one that I don't care about so much. But all told, including shipping, it was just $162 for this box of 12 romance comics, as opposed to $530-some for the other auction at the same time. So this is just a lesson for both eBay selling and buying. Make sure as a seller that you list the issues, even if you don't know that you have something good. You might have something good, and other people will know about it. Obviously, that lot, there was no particular attention paid to the fact that it was a Lichtenstein issue. It was not in the listing as Lichtenstein. It just happened to say Secret Hearts, and then it listed all the numbers, and everybody, it had like 25 bids or something. This one, the one that I bought, there was only like 4 or 5 of us bidding on it, and so I think I got a really good deal, but I don't know the condition. I don't even know if it's complete. So, yeah, I'm really happy that it finally got in the mail, because this has been lost as a big purchase for me. But let's see. I'm going to open it up now, and then we're going to look at them together in real time, and we'll find out what the condition is, and just cross my fingers And then hopefully I'll also get to show you the book I really am interested in because it's so cool for me personally and almost nobody else. But here we go. I'm going to open the box and then we're going to pull the comics out. Okay, I got the box open. There's another one of these ones that was swaddled up like a dirty diaper, wrapped like a comic burrito. That's fine. It seems to have all come intact. The comics are all loose. They're inside a single bag. There's no bags or boards. That's what I was expecting from this, but the outside packaging was fine. There were 2 bags. One has lot number 2 in it, and that is... I'm going to save that one because that's the smaller one that has the comic that I'm really excited about personally, but the other one is the one that has the Secret Hearts 83 in it. So we're going to open this up. We're going to go through them one at a time as they come out. Right on top is a different issue of Secret Hearts, number 97. This issue, actually, they've stuck a Post-it note right to the front cover. I would not recommend doing that, but luckily, as a Post-it note, it came off pretty easily. So here it is, Secret Hearts number 97. This is after they started the Amy Ames ongoing storyline here. Feels solid, complete, I think, just from the... Sometimes you can just hold it, you can tell from the weight that it's not missing anything. It's got a little bit of a roll. Feels like the centerfold might be detached. I don't want to yank on it. But anyway, it's fine. Lower grade, 2.5, 3, maybe a 3. Yeah, I think it's at least a 3. So this is a solid book. I'm happy with that one. Next out of the bag, it is Haunted Love, number 7. I think I already have a copy of this, which is nice because this has got a sticker on it. It also looks like it's got an internal page that's detached. And nope, no it doesn't. It's just classic Charlton bad production where this page, the middle page, wasn't trimmed correctly. Really cool cover. Again, I have I'm pretty sure I already have a higher grade copy of this. With the sticker and everything else on this, this is probably a 3.5 or 4. That sticker, it's possible I might be able to get it off, but I really don't care that much. But again, really cool cover. I am slowly putting together a full run of Haunted Love because they have such great covers. It's a great crossover book. Perfect way to start your romance collection. But there it is. Speaking of Haunted Love, next out of the bag, it's Haunted Love number 2. This is one of the more pedestrian covers in the run. Most of them are really fantastic. This is one of the most boring. It's still funny, where there's a woman and a guy that are about to get it on, and the woman is imagining the ghost of her dead husband or something, and he's just like stalking them as they're about to get it on. So it's kind of funny. I already have a copy of this, but I think the other one I have is actually really trashed. This has got a little bit of writing on the cover. It's got a pen line here. It's still okay. It seems the back cover is a mess. So this is probably a 4. Okay, here it is, you guys. Next out of the bag is the one we've been waiting for. It's Secret Hearts 83. It's lower grade than the others, for sure. Cover looks like it's still attached. It's a little bit of a roll, but here it is. Secret Hearts 83. Very excited to finally get this, mainly because I want to check it off my checklist. But let's open it up and take a look at the money shot. Being very gentle with it. It's not in great shape. It's a little bit hard to. You know what? I'm gonna take the camera off the thing and show it here because since it's a splash page, I don't want to hold it up with the cover open. So hold on 1 second. Okay, here it is, Secret Hearts 83. And when you open it up, There it is. The famous Drowning Girl by Tony Abruzzo. So this is, again, it's a lower grade. It's lower condition than the other ones, which is unfortunate. You can see it's got issues at the corner, a lot of issues along the spine, some scuffing there. Back cover has a tear right there. A lot of wear at the top up here as well. There's some damage around the bottom staple. Sorry for the swoop crane shot. Actually around both staples. I think the cover is still attached. I think the cover's still attached. In this condition, I would have this, assuming everything is still attached. I think probably a 2.5 is reasonable. It's going to depend on how firmly the staples are. So again, the other copy that was up at the same time looked like it might be slightly nicer, but I wouldn't have it above like, there's a little bit of a ding there, above like just from the photos, it didn't look like it could be anywhere above a 3.5 and probably only a 3. Certainly not to the point where it's, an extra $400. So I'm really happy with this. I'm going to just leaf through it real quick here off camera, make sure it's complete, and then we'll keep going to the rest of the show and tell. All right, here it is. Freshly put in a Mylar. Secret Hearts 83. I just went through it. It is complete. The cover's still attached, just barely, but it's still holding on. So the cover's attached, complete. The interior is actually nicer than the exterior. I didn't see anything missing, no writing. The tear on the back cover does carry through to the last page. Not nearly as bad, it's just a little bit. So I would have this probably, again, I'd say a 2.5. Yeah, I would have this at about a 2.5, maybe a 2. There's definitely people that would grade this a 2. I do think that some graders are a little bit of extremists. They forget that there's the reason we have these 0.5s and the whole scale is that you can grade things in between, like a fine and a good. There's a lot of wiggle room. So for me, this is probably a 2.5. So I'm really happy with this. We still have a bunch more comics to go through, so let's just keep going. Some more Charltons. Time for Love number 4. It's got some stuff here on the spine. It's not too bad. If it didn't have the black cover, this probably wouldn't come out much. Dane Willcutt is just a beach bum, but he's twice as much man as the one I left at the altar. Runaway Bride! And then for some reason, there's 2 copies of Secret Romance number 7. Secret Romance number 7. The one in this hand is nicer of the 2. I don't have this issue, so I'll be keeping this one. This will go in my doubles pile, either to give away or trade or sell or whatever I end up doing with it. Secret Romance is a cool book. It's one of Charlton's later books. Just Married number 12. This is a 12-cent Charlton. It's significantly, it's earlier. What did I say? That's not the issue number. What am I talking about? 12 cent is just Married number 37. These issues don't actually have the number on the cover, so I just saw the 12 and went, well, I guess. But this is issue 37 of Just Married. Just Married is one of my favorite series. I really prefer it once it gets really into the later 60s. Once you get up to in the issues, the 80s and 90s, it gets really berserk. This issue is pretty bad. It has a really bad roll. You can see on the back cover just how rolled it is. It feels like it might have gotten wet at some point as well. Yeah, it's definitely got that sort of grimy wetness. So, eh. Here's actually a book that a lot of people really dig, and I dig too. One of my favorite titles ever, Night Nurse. I didn't know this was in here. Part of my thought process was, well, if whether the Secret Hearts 83 works out or not, I might be able to make some of my money back by flipping this Night Nurse number 3. It's got some overspray on the back cover. Yeah, some weird. It's got a lot of gloss, really good colors, but it's not in great condition. It's got a big crease that goes all the way here. It's got this sort of smudging up here. I think in this condition, it's got a chip out of the bottom as well. So this is probably for me 3.5. But great comic. Absolutely love Night Nurse. I have a nicer copy than this already. Otherwise, I'd keep it. But since I already have a nicer copy, this will go into my doubles, and I'll figure out what to do with it. So that's the first batch. Let me get the second one. I'm going to save the best one for last. There's only 3 comics in this one. Again, they put a Post-it note attached to the cover of one of these. And I was able to get it off. That one was actually a little bit stickier than the other one. Okay, so Sweethearts number 12. Some of these they put like so much dialogue on here that it's like reading a novel. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think it detracts from the art, but also, but I'm going to read this to you so you get a sense of here. So there's a blind guy. It looks like he's an artist. You're Miss Laird? Ah, yes, the girl with the mouse-colored hair who wears clothing as protective coloration. The girl who denies all beauty. And then the woman says, just because you had an accident doesn't entitle you to rudeness, Mr. Orcutt. I repeat, do you need anything at the grocery store? Who's taking care of you? So basically, she asks the guy if he needs groceries, and he starts railing about how she doesn't appreciate how hot she is. So he seems like a real winner. There's so many covers, particularly in the romance books. There's so many covers where it's an artist, and a lot of time the model is involved. In this case, she's not the model, but there's so many of these artists covers that it's kind of like, okay, we get it. You're an artist. You don't need to draw yourself into every issue. Anyway, so that was Sweethearts 96. Now here's an issue of Sweethearts that does not have a number on the cover. It's 93. I wonder why they didn't put that on there. Sweethearts 93. You can see someone's written on here 1 cent each. Well, I paid a little bit more for this. I think when all's said and done, it was a few dollars. It's a cool cover. And then she's saying, I know you think of me as a kiddie, Mr. Corwin, but I'm not. I'm a grown woman. And then he's like, and I might add a very lovely one too, Miss Bigelow. So he's like, okay, you're legal. Let's go. Welcome to the 1960s. Yeah. Guessing the interior is even creepier. Okay, finally, here we are. This is the one I've been looking for quite a while. Really excited to get this. Again, most people, Secret Hearts would be the big draw, but for me, this is a bigger draw. It's an issue of Sweethearts with a black cover. Sweethearts number 65. So the reason that I'm so excited to get this and have been looking for this issue in particular is because these romance books, the stories are nominally for women. They're supposed to be for girls. They're written for girls. Girls are the target audience, and yet because the artists and the writers are mostly men, especially the artists are almost all men, they're often drawn where they're making the women as sexy as possible, especially later on in the late 60s, 70s. DC had their covers are more focused on drama, but a lot of the covers, it's like, here's a sexy woman, here's another sexy woman, here's a sexy woman in a bikini, and it's like the target audience doesn't make sense, especially because you would think that with these romance covers, what they'd be doing is that they'd be having beefcake covers, and they're almost none. This is one of the only romance covers that I've found so far, and I've looked through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, where it's specifically they're drawing the dude as a big piece of meat to show off how hot he is. Here's a shirtless lumberjack, and if that's not enough, the focus is literally there's a woman driving by doing a double take as she's like, what, huh? Holy crow, look at that hot dude. Look at that hot shirtless dude. Meanwhile, like, her boyfriend's in the car going, are you ogling Steve? What are you doing? So I just love this. It's literally a cover where a woman is doing a double take because the guy is so sexy. Very, very rare in romance comics. I'm very pleased with this copy. It's hard to find, really nice copies of romance books, particularly Charlton. But this is one of the nicest condition ones in this whole lot. It's still mid-grade. It's got some scuffing, and there's actually something on the cover where you can't see it head on. You have to tilt it. So that on a technical level, that definitely detracts from it. So technically, because of that, is probably only in the 4 range, but it presents more like a 6.5, particularly with the black cover. So I'm super excited to get this, one of the only beefcake covers in romance. I'm so happy that my Secret Hearts 83 came through undamaged and complete and wasn't a complete train wreck. So for the price I paid, I'm just thrilled with this purchase and very excited. So thanks so much for watching. I've got another big box coming. It's not as exciting as this, but I've got a shipment coming from my comic shop, aka Lone Star. So once that arrives, I'll be doing another haul video for that. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I've got a subscription button here, and I've got some videos. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.